Outside of Fort Huachuca, today sits the southern Arizona town of Sierra Vista. Fort Huachuca was built in 1877, and sitting somewhere on the outskirts is the building today known as the Stronghold. When the Frytown settlement occurred before Sierra Vista was named, there was very little resources nearby, and so a local store and other facilities were built up. The Stronghold was one of them. Known to be one of the oldest buildings still standing today, it at one point served as a post office, stagecoach, and even a brothel. Now it's since empty as its last known business name, Daisy Mae's Steakhouse, and with it comes a history of murder, hauntings, and strange occurrences. Project Paranormal presents the investigation of the Daisy Mae's Stronghold. Tonight we are checking out Daisy Mae's Stronghold. I was just sitting here and I just started saying. Charlie is the name of the ghost they refer to that haunts the building, and he was supposedly killed in a knife fight over one of the prostitutes at the time. Patrons and workers in the building have reported many odd occurrences. Apparitions, electricity malfunctions, cold spots, and more. The stories were so fascinating, we reached out to a few folks via our Facebook page to interview people that had worked at the building at one point. Here are some of their words and what they had to say.
I started off working at Daisy Mae's, which when I started was called the G&M Stronghold. And I worked there for 5 years. I started off as a dishwasher, which meant I got there running the place, cleaning, making minor repairs, taking out the garbage, stuff like that. Well, we soon noticed a real big problem. They had this one section that no one wanted to go in. The lights wouldn't work. We would light candles and they would go out. The maitre d', which was named Robert, every once in a while he would set someone on that side. And people always complaining. Something run across the foot, something burst against the leg, the candles wouldn't stay lit, the glasses would fall over, the lights would go out. So even when we were busy, we tried not to put people on that side.
Would you ever go back there if somebody said, hey, we're going to open the doors, and whether it's open for business or not, would you step in the building again, or is it too creepy for you?
Man, I don't think so.
When I worked there, I had the piano play once. It was on a closing shift right when we had ended. I think there was 4 of us inside the building, the manager, a cook, dishwasher, and a waitress. And the piano played. I was vacuuming the bottom room, and the light went on and off, and then I stopped vacuuming, and I left that room, and I didn't go back in there.
Yeah.
Did anyone else hear it too, or just you?
Just me. They were in the kitchen. I was down there.
But you got out of there quick?
Yeah, I kind of didn't want to be down there.
Hi, welcome again. Project Paranormal is here, and tonight we are checking out Daisy Mae's Stronghold, which has had a long history of being one of the oldest buildings in Sierra Vista, Arizona. Once a brothel and a postal office, and then many restaurants. We are now here tonight. It has been abandoned, or I should say unoccupied, for many years, and it is in a renovation right now. So we're kind of in the most prime time to investigate before who knows what they do with this building. Now tonight, there's myself, Daniel the cameraman, and also other investigator Mark, and we have a special guest. Come on out, Josh. Introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Josh Hawley, part of Tombstone Ghosthunters, and I'm happy to join you guys.
So as far as this building, what stories and history do you know?
Well, I do know that when we visited here many years ago with my wife, she actually had her hair kind of pushed, fluttered as she was walking to the bathroom. Of course, you know, there's a slew of stories, and this place it has to be on the map sooner or later. This place is a paranormal hotspot. You hear tons of stories only from places that have activity. Otherwise, you know, what's the point of going there if you hear one story, because it could be anything.
Correct, but you hear multiple stories from various peoples, and we even have interviews with someone earlier who worked here back when it was GM Stronghold back in the 70s, to even more recently with Daisy Mae. So when you have so many people
with their stories. I mean, some of it could be fabricated, but how can so many people have various tales and similar stories?
That's what I was gonna say. Similar
Correct.
stories. That's a key component.
So because of, like he was saying with the hair pulling and stuff, we have a couple things we're going to actually go around and set up. We've got some bells that we're going to go and hang in certain places in the building. We also have a mannequin head here that we're going to put a hair wig doll on, or a hair wig on, so that to see if Charlie the ghost, which I mentioned earlier, might pull the hair and do something. We have a deck of playing cards we're going to set out as well. And then we also have heard that Charlie likes to take a shot or two. So we're going to put whiskey in the shot glasses, one on the bar and one somewhere else in the building to see if he interacts with this. And we have audio recordings in another room with a piano. So basically we're ready to lock down and do our investigation. So here we go. Right now, let me see, turn that on. Can you see that?
Hold on, let me back up a little bit. Yeah.
Getting a reading of 74 degrees and a very small little thing of some kind of something, but I don't think it's anything major. It seems like I can reproduce it here. If you hear anything, see anything, even if you feel something, I don't care if it's a weird feeling, anything at all, let us know. We are getting some readings of electromagnetic, but it does seem like it's something somewhere, whether it's outside power lines. There is no power to the building. So whether it's outside power lines or not, we're getting some kind of random flux. So that is normal. So we're going to look for if we get anything around the entire building and through our investigation, a huge spike or a drop in temperature. Because we're definitely getting readings. But we don't believe we believe this is just a normal power of some sort from somewhere coming in the building because we can replicate it. So see, hold on. Sit still for a minute. Yeah, this is one of the spots where we seem to keep getting a flux. So earlier today when we were getting shown the building from the realtor, there was one room she wouldn't enter. It was this back door right here into an office. She claimed it was the creepiest room in the building, and we have not actually gone in there. We're going to film that later, our live reactions as we go in. Another interesting story is when me and the realtor walked into this bar area, we both got goosebumps all along our arms and at the same time. It was like a feeling of anxiety and a feeling of just like, I don't know. I wasn't scared of the building, but there was a weird sense, and we both had it, me and her. So we'll be checking that room out very much later tonight. Did you guys hear something that sounded like water or something?
I didn't hear water.
Or like a pipe or...
But I do want to show you something.
Okay. Oh, I know. Yeah, move it a little there, because there you go. All right.
I did a full sweep of the building.
Okay.
And I thought this was interesting.
Okay. Have Dan come in here. You got the door, Dan? Okay. All right.
So you guys said you weren't in here, right?
No. Well, no. I mean, we came in earlier, but nobody's been in here really.
But look, this is fresh, and I can show you what it looks like once it corrodes.
Oh, you're talking about the soap.
The soap. Over here.
Yeah.
So there's 2 drops, and how long has this place been abandoned?
Oh, quite a while.
And we got 2 fresh drops. See?
Yeah.
It's still really moist.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna do something stupid. Oh.
Well, what
And look at
the hell?
and it squirts foam.
Yeah, that is.
So I mean, that could be it just happened.
Correct. It could have just leaked.
That could be a coincidence, but I still find it kind of weird.
It is. I agree.
Turn your light off.
Uh-huh. What?
You see a green light in there?
Oh, yeah, that's from the microwave?
Yeah.
Why is there a light on? Is it charged from our lights?
No.
No. It's on. You can see it?
Whoa, the power's on.
Yeah, check it out.
Wait, is that lit up there?
Yeah. There's this one circuit that goes through here.
What the fuck?
So there is power coming on.
Yeah.
There's like very little, but yeah.
But that's
They said there was supposed to be no power.
This place is 100 years old. There are wires hodgepodge in this place like nuts.
Ah.
I guarantee it. This one's coming right off the pole or something.
God, wow. That kind of was kind of crazy, and yet. Okay, yeah.
So what else is plugged into that strip? Something else behind
There we go. Yeah, see,
Now it's giving it to
it's
you.
giving me big time spike.
And I looked behind it, and we got one outlet, and this is the only thing plugged into it. So it is weird, but
Interesting. And then I moved it behind here, and it stopped.
Yep.
what is that?
Car alarm?
Is it?
Is that a car alarm?
Probably.
It's just so weird. Good call. That's just, yeah, you're right. This must be some kind of hodgepodge power. It makes me question what has power in the whole building.
Recording. So being such a tattered history, you'll never really know half the story. There could be people here that this could have been like a medical unit for who knows how long, and hundreds of people died like where we're standing. You just don't know.
Correct, because it's not documented and it's
Exactly.
not, yeah.
And I've seen that before in a few other places where you have no idea about the events that took place there unless you do some really heavy research.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it's just lost to that. But this place itself, being as old as it is and so many additions, you know, it has to have stories.
Absolutely.
Oh, God. Yeah, that bathroom's goo is just like poured out. Like, yeah, like it just all.
Yeah, and see, that one just.
That just like got like
And
dumped.
Look at it, touch it.
Yeah, it's like hard.
The soap?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like hard.
And it's rock hard too.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be like the other
Like
one,
the other one that's drippy.
where it's all moist and
Yeah.
perfectly wet. It's really weird that that's now.
Correct.
How many years?
Correct. And then
But-
this is.
You know, it might be a stretch, but still, that's kind of weird.
It is. That's where we put the cards up at.
This room fascinates me the most.
Yeah, this is the room with the fireplace. Probably, I guess, a living quarters at some point. Well, a gathering, a living room. Oh, you're looking up in? I'm not gonna lie, that thing right there scared me walking in. the mural right there. Those eyes got me pretty good walking in here. And that down there gets me too, because it almost looks like a silhouette.
It has the corridor
The
feel.
corridor feel, and then there's stuff stacked.
You can feel it close.
Yeah,
as you go.
that area is kind of intimidating. We do get the most audio disturbance over here from the outside because of the way the building is set up.
If anybody's in here, would you move something for me? Is that you guys? Was that you that made that light? If you made a light, do it again. And you can kind of see the tip of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I saw in front of the stovepipe 2 flashes. And I thought it was a car going by, but then I was like, well, that was really bright, and it looked like it was on this side of the stovepipe. So that's why I started asking if it would do it. And then I saw several cars go by because there's a road right there, and I didn't see any kind of flashes on it or anything that would reflect it. So the only thing I can think of is if somebody was in the room over there, because everybody's spread out right now, to actually shine a flashlight and cross it and just hit it at the right angle to create that effect. I'm gonna knock 2 times. If I can do it, you can do it, okay? So let's just give it a shot. That's 1, 2. Talking. Nothing. Do it on the ceiling. 2 knocks.
I've heard you like to play this piano and scare people. Is there a reason why you play the piano?
Sorry.
No, what do you think you heard?
I could have sworn I heard a no. But it was very raspy. Like,
Okay.
no. Like that.
Okay. I've heard you like to play this piano and scare people. Do you like playing the piano to scare people, or do you like to play the piano? If you're here, what is your name? And why are you still here? If you don't want to speak up, try touching one of our shoulders or backs.
Explain to me, who's Charlie?
Charlie is supposedly the name of the ghost that got shot or killed over a woman.
So you got shot here over...
Or stabbed over a woman issue. Now, I asked how they knew the name Charlie. I never can get really quite an answer.
Right.
But I've supposedly some spiritual mediums have been in here, and somebody said they've heard the name Charlie, and B, someone also claimed they saw a little girl run through the building. So
Really?
yeah. Mark, are you all right? Where are you at? Okay.
Okay.
What? Oh boy, I don't either, but I can't recall. I feel like we would have stepped on it, but I don't know. All right now we are in one of the rooms, or there's 2 adjoined rooms. I believe they were separate rooms at one point. This place was a brothel. There is a story that a man named Charlie, who haunts this building, supposedly died here over a woman. Whether he got shot or stabbed, some of the details are unclear, and I'm not even actually sure how the name Charlie came to be as his name, but that's what a lot of people have referred to him as. So we're going to do some EVPs in here. Anybody have any questions, I say go for it. The first question I'm going to ask is, Charlie, speak into the red mic here or in any of the microphones on these cameras with lights, if that's your name or otherwise. Why are you here if you're here? Did you actually die here? And from what? Were you murdered?
Why do you play with people's hair?
Is there anyone else here besides Charlie?
You feel something?
I think it might be from, since the floor is cut out next door.
Okay.
I think I'm just getting a draft from that. But I just wanted to see if it was cooler than I thought it was. Are you hearing that?
From this direction?
Yeah.
Like bumps, little bumps?
Because I heard it over there first, and now I'm hearing it over there.
Keep going, and I'll keep recording from this room.
Me clearing my throat. Are you messing with us right now?
The weird things, I'm not getting any readings on here, but I swear, holding this up, I feel this weird tingly feeling, like a, you know, like an icy hot feel right here. And it's just odd. Like I'm feeling it right now, but it's like it comes and goes, and I'm like, it's just interesting. If you want your presence known, interact with any of those items or make a loud noise. Let us know you're here before it's too late. All right, we are in what looks sort of like a living area, old fireplace here. Charlie or whoever's in this building, we're here again. And we're by the fireplace. We have some cards for you to play with or knock over. If you want your presence known, the easiest way is to knock these cards over. Did you play poker? Did you ever win? That squirrels? Or little squeaks?
Yeah, I heard it squeak too.
I don't hear it. Could you walk around some? Was that you? It was. Do it again. If you don't want to, we can just stay here.
Like, it's really weird. I feel like, and I don't feel this way ever usually, but I feel really sad.
Depressed?
Huh?
Like depressed?
Like I'm on the verge of crying. And I don't know why.
Oh, for me.
It's just weird.
Yeah, I've had that. It's like a sweep of emotion.
Yeah. It's very...
But usually it's like the area, so if I come over here, maybe...
Yeah, I don't know. I was just sitting here, and I just felt sad. And then I started tearing up, and I'm like, why am I tearing up?
If no one's in the room with us right now, feel free to come in through the doors. Make sure you swing the double doors as you come in. We're inviting you in.
Movement.
It's just weird. Oh, sorry.
You're okay. Whispering. Are you trying to make us feel what you feel? "71 degrees, flatlining, zeros."
It was very odd though. It was just sitting here, and I just was like...
Do you still feel that way?
And now it's starting to disappear.
Are you sad?
All right, I'm gonna cut the recording. I just want to step outside and get some air. Just for a second, just for a few minutes.
You okay?
Yeah. I just want to kind of, as we've talked about,
Decompress a little bit.
decompress a little.
You all right?
Yeah. It's just I don't know. It's really weird. And I was like fighting it. I was like, why am I feeling this way? Like, why am I feeling like I feel like I had tears? And I was like, no, you're fine. And then all of a sudden, just like, whew. So we were just sitting in that living area next to the fireplace, and we weren't getting any readings really. A couple odd sounds here and there, but I was sitting there and I just started to feel this overwhelming sense of sadness. I don't know why. I even actually tried to fight it. Like, like everything's fine, and my eyes just teared up, and I started having very minor tears. It's just odd. The reason it's odd for me is it just came out of nowhere. I don't, maybe just being in the building, but that's the first time I've ever had something like that happen to me. So, but just kind of doing a detox right now outside, getting some fresh air.
Where you get like little chills, but where you're in an abandoned building that's falling apart, it kind of goes with the territory. Yeah. So you got to kind of avoid the creeped out feel.
Correct.
And look beyond that. And beyond that, I mean, we heard the cricks and the creaks and stuff like that, but nothing that was totally out of the ordinary.
Correct.
So we're by the piano, we're doing an EVP session, and I hear, Justin says, like, will you play the piano for us? And there's a loud, like, very raspy, like, no. And it was very forced, and it did not sound like anything that was in the room. I don't know how to describe it.
So I can't say for sure there was anything abnormal. However, there was a couple times where as I was passing through certain doorways, like I would feel almost kind of like a static cling as I could feel the hairs on my arms not quite stand up, but it felt like there was some friction, like maybe once you take a jacket off you feel a little bit of static, like you feel your hairs come up. No goosebumps. I didn't feel cold, and it was just only isolated to a little bit of my forearms, but it was something I just want to make sure that I get recorded.
But Daniel, you're the cameraman, and I know you're focusing on the camera. Are you feeling anything in there? Are you kind of neutral?
When we first entered the building, and then there's no lights and all that, even with our little lanterns that are really dim, the building is so, it's like a suppressive. It's, you don't even want to go like deeper into it. You just want to stay like, at home base. Once you gather a bunch of people and then you got lights and all that, it still lets up a little bit, but the building is, it's hazardous. It's not just hazardous because you could trip and fall, but it's hazardous because it's just like, you don't know what's around the corner. Even though we've been through the building a few times, it still kind of like gets me.
All right, so we are now going to go in this back office. We have to be very careful though, because the floorboards are all torn out for the remodeling that's going to happen. So I have to be careful, but we have not gone in this room. This is going to be our first time in it, and we're going to go in there and also do some EVPs. So be very careful, guys. Safety. Oh, that's actually the door stopper.
There's bars on the door.
Yeah, that's oh wow. Bars, yeah. Maybe because they had a safe in here. Oh, it smells in here. It's not very big, but there's a lot of random stuff in here, and it has an odd smell. We're gonna get tight fit in here. Has a, yeah, I don't know. It has definitely a musky smell in here. I like how there's a poster of good old Clint.
There's been like 4 of them, I think I saw.
One green light.
Yeah, I'm getting a 1 point something over here, so there's got to be something else again, kind of over in this direction. Seems like it goes up to 1.
It's so quiet in here.
It is. It's very quiet. So
compared to being out there, it's almost like this is insulated. You know?
Correct. So if there's anything in here with us, touch the green light here. or speak into the audio device that's glowing red over here. We have a couple questions for you. If your name is Charlie or something else, just give us a sign. Make a noise, make a loud bang, or talk into the audio, or touch this green light.
If you touch this, it'll change colors. I don't know if you've ever seen that. It doesn't hurt. All you gotta do is touch it and it's gonna flash. It's really neat. Just me moving. Can you make a noise? Feels like somebody's tickling the back of my arm.
Yeah, like I said before, I felt like kind of like a static.
I would say, yeah. It was like a very light touch, but as soon as I said it, it disappeared.
Is there someone, big man in the office, we can talk to?
Oh. Did you get that? See, it's gone now.
It was a little bit when you
Did
bumped
you see
it.
it?
Yeah.
Did it spike
Did
a
you see
little?
it go up?
Yeah, it did go up a little
It
bit.
was right when I felt that touch.
Yeah, it's not doing it now.
Yeah, and I don't feel it anymore. If you're here right now,
Reach out.
let us know you're here.
Touch one of us. Give us a tap on the shoulder, the arm. Maybe reach behind Daniel, who's holding the camera.
Tap Justin on the shoulder.
Are we not supposed to be in your office? Is this your private space? Let us know.
I was just wondering if it was picking up like your equipment. I'm getting a little tiny.
Because if you...
Yeah, if you do bang
Pretty
it.
sensitive.
Yeah, but I'm
so-
going
Yeah.
pretty slow and steady.
Correct.
Yeah.
You're not. Yeah, you have to hit it literally
Pretty hard.
and bang it to get it to register. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this gate.
Doesn't lock, does it?
No.
Could you come back?
Were these gates to keep people out from stealing? Because we're in here. You have anything to say about us being in here, you better speak up. Oh, so look, I don't know where this is from, but this is a picture.
I just got it.
Yeah. Oldest building in Sierra Vista, built of adobe bricks. Restaurant now, was formerly Butterfield Stagecoach Depot, post office, and bordello. Yeah.
It feels actually kind of homey in here.
It does. It does kind of, to me, it does kind of, I don't know. It just feels secluded, but not in a bad way.
It's quiet and it's nice and warm.
Yeah, the temperature is.
Nap, you know?
Yeah, the temperature is definitely higher in here. All right, we're about to get real comfortable and close in this old, I guess it's an old freezer, very old, and we're gonna do some EVPs in here, so. Is this where you had food stored? Or something else long ago? We're alone. In here. If you want your presence known, just say something. I'm not getting anything too crazy in here. I have not heard anything audibly on my own ear. We will check the audio after the investigation. Cutting audio. All right, we're taking a break, and Josh actually has to leave the investigation currently, so I wanted to say thank you for coming out.
Thanks for having me.
What are some thoughts on your way out the building, though?
I think there's something behind the scenes that we haven't got yet. It seems like we've had very small things happen, but that's not a bad thing. That just means it's leading up to more. So hopefully, as you guys are here later tonight, you can see that ramp up and see it go, you know?
And yeah, definitely Tombstone Ghosthunters right there. And you can definitely, if you ever come to Tombstone, Arizona, you can probably catch Josh here. So again, pleasure, man.
All right, guys.
Can't wait to work with you again.
I hope you the best of luck, and this place is a beast, so I hope you guys have fun.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Now, this I think is part of the original, and when they removed some walling over here, basically they revealed the windows that were here that they didn't even know about. So these windows are probably decently old, and who knows if there's more over there behind that wall. All right, we are now going to switch over to our black light and see what kind of things we see. Any kind of stains, weird marks on the walls. We're going to do a retrace around the building now, starting from here because it's a dead end. We got stuff spilled all over there on the wall, all along there. I'm gonna look up above you. Wow. Something splattered up there. Is there a punch-out clock? Getting a weird musky smell in here right now. Right as I walk through the door. You smell anything?
Yeah, it is musty.
Yeah. I don't remember it always smelling like that anymore.
I think it smells like an old building.
Yeah, but it comes and goes. Like, it's not always. The only place that I think consistently smells old, like an older building, is that hallway with the piano. Is anyone buried under these floorboards and in this dirt? Yes, interesting. This key, this key, this key, and this key. What was that?
Like that?
Or was that? Oh, maybe that's what that was. Okay. Whew. It's like you're speaking in a cavern.
Yeah, they vibrate. But it almost, you could hear the keys vibrate.
Yes. Do you have something to say in this room? Charlie! Charlie! Do something!
With the investigation wrapping up, we began recalling everything we had felt and experienced that night. A building filled with history and so many stories from patrons and people who had worked there before. The building did give us a sense of something there, even if we caught very little of it. It was afterwards when Josh reached out to us with perhaps some of the most compelling evidence caught on his camera. An object that appears to materialize and then jet off. We can't explain or recreate exactly what this object is, but that it looks to form and move quite unnaturally.
And with that, our investigation comes to a close. I know it was kind of a back and forth whether we would be able to investigate this location or not, but we were able to, so I thank you for your patience, and I want to thank you for all those that made this possible. But we had a great time here. It's a great location with a lot of history and just spooky atmosphere overall. So until the next Project Paranormal, stay paranormal.